So students, now we'll discuss the last topic of the chapter, challenges of nation building. This is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He had been the leader of the freedom movement, Congress leader, follower of Mahatma Gandhi, deputy prime minister, and first home minister of independent India. He played an important role in the integration of princely states with India. He had been the member of important committees of the Constituent Assembly on Fundamental Rights, minorities, provincial constitution, etc. We'll discuss about him under these heads. First of all, biography. Second, related events. Third, nation building ideas. Number four, Statue of Unity. First of all, we come on the biography of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. His full name was Vallabhbhai Davabhai Patel, famous famous as Iron Man, Bismarck of India, patron saint of India's civil servants and unifier of India. He, uh, he was born on October 31st, 1875, and he died on December 15, 1950, at the age of 75 years. His place of birth was Nadia, now in Gujarat. It was earlier known as Bombay Presidency. He was awarded with Bharat Ratna in 1991. Vallabhbhai Patel was a fierce leader of Indian National Congress and a great diplomat, as well as brilliant lawyer. He was both aggressive and non-violent. He was very caring also. Most of the time, he was away from his family and spent his time in studying. Due to shortage of money, he used to take the books from his colleagues. And after passing matric exam, he also wanted to go to British and become a lawyer like Gandhiji. He, he was very intelligent and great in his academics. He got enrolled in Middle Temple in England and completed his 36 months course in mere 30 months and topped the class. He took active part in the non-cooperation movement and started touring India and recruiting volunteers supported by Congress volunteers Narhari Parikh, Mohanlal Pandya, and Abbas Tayyabji. Vallabhbhai Patel began a village-by-village tour in the Kheda district, documenting grievances and asking villagers for their support for a statewide revolt by refusing to pay taxes. He also took active part in Bardoli Satyagraha in 1928. When the revolt was launched and tax revenue withheld, the government sent police and intimidation squads to seize property, including confiscating barn animals and whole farms. The revolt evoked sympathy and admiration across India, including among pro-British Indian politicians. The government agreed to negotiate with Patel and decided to suspend the payment of taxes for a year, even scaling back the rate. Patel emerged as a hero to Gujaratis and was admired across India. In 1932, leaders were arrested, leading to closeness with Gandhiji. Patel always believed in Gandhiji's instincts. Patel was in the highest authority, but still Nehru became the first PM. During the we have discussed all these. Patel organized volunteers, camps, and information network across affected areas. The revenue refusal was stronger than in Kheda, and many sympathy satyagrahas were undertaken across Gujarat. Next, we come despite arrest and seizures of property and land, the struggle intensified. The situation came to a head in August when, through sympathetic negotiated a settlement that included repealing the tax hike, reinstating village officials who had resigned in protest, and returning seized property and land. It was by the women of Bardoli during the struggle and after the Indian National Congress victory in that area that Patel first began to be referred to as a Sardar or the headman. After signing the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Patel was elected president of Congress for its 1931 session in Karachi. Here, the Congress ratified the pact and committed itself to the defense of fundamental rights and the civil liberties. During the outbreak of World War II, few were supporting Britain, but Gandhi strongly opposed this and announced the Quit India movement in 1942. Patel strongly believed that colonial rule of British has no place. Whites adopted ruthless means of suppression, but it was one of the most serious movements. In the 1946 election for the Congress presidency, Patel stepped down in favor of Nehru at the request of Gandhiji. In the elections, the Congress won a large majority of the elected seats, dominating the Hindu electorate. But the Muslim League, led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, won a large majority of Muslim electorate seats. British proposed that there shall be two states, Pakistan and India, and 565 princely states may choose between them. After Gandhi rejected and Congress approved the plan, Patel represented India on the Partition Council, where he oversaw the division of public assets and selected the Indian Council of Ministers with Nehru. However, neither Patel nor any other Indian leader had foreseen the intense violence and population transfer that would take place with partition. Patel took the lead in organizing relief and emergency supplies, establishing refugee camps, and visiting the border areas with Pakistani leaders to encourage peace. Despite these efforts, the death toll is estimated at between 5 lakh and 1 million people. Sardar Patel also opposed the proposals of the Cripps Mission in 1942. Nation building ideas. We, uh, we have been discussing about his nation building ideas since the beginning of the chapter. How did he integrate the 565 states? Princely states. Otherwise, we had been sitting in the countries or in the country of Andhra Pradesh, in the country of Uttar Pradesh, or in the country of the different states like this. Okay. Now we come on the nation building ideas. The first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, emerged as a major leader of the freedom movement after the Kheda Satyagraha in 1918 and the Bardoli Satyagraha. At the time of independence, the problem of integration of princely states was a big challenge for the national unity and integrity of India. Under such difficult times, Sardar Patel undertook the daunting task of uniting all 565 princely states of India, known as Iron Man of India. Patel's approach to the question of the merger of princely states into independent India was very clear. He was not in favor of any compromise with the territorial integrity of India. By his political experience, diplomatic choice, and foresightedness, out of India's 565 princely states, many had already given their consent to merge with India even before achieving the independence. Sardar Patel faced key challenges of integration from three states, mainly Hyderabad, Junagadh, and Kashmir. We have already discussed. Kashmir will discuss in detail in the later chapters. It was under his leadership that Indian forces compelled Hyderabad and Junagadh to merge with India, keeping well versed with Pakistan's intentions from Jinnah's divisive two-nation theory. Sardar Patel's opinion on Kashmir was different from other leaders. Like Hyderabad, he also wanted Kashmir's integration with India through military operations, but due to political decisions of some prominent leaders, Sardar could not succeed in integrating Kashmir fully with India, which later turned into a major historical blunder for the country. However, Sardar will always remain as an astounding leader who combined in himself the features of a true nationalist, catalyst, and realist, popularly characterized as NCR in Indian political history. And for nationalist, C for catalyst, and R for realist. Next, we'll discuss the Statue of Unity. You could see here, this is the Statue of Unity. And It's located in Gujarat, the state of India, on the river island Sadhu Bet near Rajpipla in Gujarat. It's the world's tallest statue with a height of 182 meters, approx 597 feet, built by Lawson and Turbo. As a memorial to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the statue will not only remind every individual of a freedom struggle, but will also inspire the people to inculcate Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's ideologies of unity, patriotism, growth, and good governance. This monument is fully purpose-serving tribute to spur all-round socio-economic development, that is livelihood generation, research and education, and environment protection. And at last, this statue will be able to withstand earthquake at Sardar Sarovar Dam. Thank you for watching. I hope all of you have read the things. Now we'll start the next chapter, the politics of the planned development.